Hello, my name is John Lewis. I'm a student of Social Communication of University Bicentenary of Ottawa. And today I want to talk about the parts of the paragraph. First, the topic sentences. This is the main sentence that summarizes the central idea or point of the paragraph. It's usually the first sentence, but it can sometimes appear later, especially if the paragraph starts with a transition or background information. The supporting sentences. These sentences provide details, explanation, evidence, examples, or arguments to develop and support the topic. The sentence, they add deep and clearly to the main idea. And finally, we have the concluding sentences. This is the parts optional. This sentence summarizes the paragraph's main point or provide a transition to the next paragraph. It's often used in a longer paragraph or when the paragraph is part of a larger argument or essay. Well, let's talk about of narrative paragraphs. These paragraphs tell a story or describe an event. They often include characters, setting, plots, and a sequence of events. A narrative paragraph tells a story or recounts an event. Here's a breakdown of these key parts, keeping in mind that these can sometimes overlap or be implied rather than explicitly stated. First, we have the beginning or introduction. This part sets the essence and introduces the characters and the general situation. It often establishes the time and place of the story. It should grab the reader's attention and make them want to continue reading. Think of it as the hook for the audience. The rise in action. This is where the main events of the story unfold. It's where the conflict or challenge is introduced and built. This section contains the bulk of the action and details to make the story more interesting. It's the meat of the story. The climax. This is the most exciting or pivotal point in the history. Its turning point where the conflict reaches its peak. It's the moment of greatest tension in the story. Falling action. This part follows the climax and begins to resolve the conflict. The immediate consequences of the climax play out here. These start to calm down. And finally, we have the resolution or conclusion. This is where the story's conflict is fully resolved and the narrative comes to a close. It might offer a final thought, a summary of what happened, or a glimpse into the future. It provides closure. And well, here we have some key elements often found normally in a narrative paragraphs, like the characters, the conflict, etc.